This video is going to hit you straight in your face. I know it's something that you haven't been told, but as a fellow Forex trader, you really need to know this information. Because some of you guys, you're falling into a big, deep pit, and I'm going to help you dig yourself out of it, okay? So, give me 1 second. Let me clean the screen a bit. Hold on. Hold on. Let me clean the screen real quick and pull this back out. Hold on. There we go. So the sun is kind of beaming on me. I apologize for that. I'm in loving LA, by the way, you guys. I'm Beverly Hills and Marina Del Rey and all that stuff. Let me help you guys with this. Why did I say stop making Forex your God? Let me tell you guys why I'm saying that. So one of the things, and I don't like the sun on this. Give me a second. I might move this. Give me a second. All right, that's better. Yeah, hold on this. Yeah. Okay, that's a little bit better. All right, so this one is going to hit you in your face. You should have been told this, but most people just want your money. They don't tell you the truth, okay? So hopefully this thing don't fall. Hold on, hold on. Yeah. God, hey, it's the sun. Okay, that's a little bit better. So here we go. A lot of you guys out there are trying to be professional Forex traders. Okay, and that's no problem. I don't have a problem with that, with you trying to be a professional Forex trader. Everybody wants to be a professional Forex trader, but they don't say a professional Forex trader. What everybody is trying to be is a full-time trader. Okay, and that's different. If you're trying to be a full-time Forex trader, you're making a big mistake. And I want you to hear me real good. You are making a huge mistake if you're trying to be a right? Listen to what I said. If you're trying to be a quote unquote full-time trader, you're making a big mistake. Okay, why am I saying that? Because when you really figure out how to trade in Forex, you're going to find that you're spending far less time in trading and more time in waiting. All this is going to come together, so make sure you listen all the way through the end, okay? Everybody just listen all the way through the end. This is going to help you more than you think. And it's not just for Forex traders. It's for those who's trading the stock market. If you're trying to follow a dream, whatever it is, I'm going to help you not destroy your life on your quest to success. Because that's what some of you guys are about to do if you not have already started the process. Because nobody is telling you the truth. But like the Bible says, the truth will set you free. Now, before we go on, I do have to give a shout out to my Signals group, Miss Jenny, Mr. Elvis, Miss Donna helping out in there. The Scalping group week before last made over 9,000 pips in a week. Last week they made 3,900 pips in a week, and that's in addition to the Signals. So I really got to send a tremendous shout out to you guys. But even with the Scalping group, it's only twice a week. Isn't that amazing? Making tons of pips, barely any time invested. Now, let's get back to what I'm saying. And I'm sorry, I'm moving this camera around. I'm in my car. I might have to just hold it because it's sunlight that's beaming in. And we're going to do this, and now I got to go. So first of all, let me share something with you guys. Take notes on this. Take notes. You do not, I'm telling you, you do not want to make Forex your God. You do not want to become a quote-unquote full-time trader. And you'll see why at the end of this. So make sure you're taking notes. So number one, let's go through it, okay? And I got my little notes here. What you don't understand is that those who are quote unquote attempting to become full-time traders, you already are a full-time trader. And you say, well, Uncle P, what in the heck are you talking about? Watch when I say this. And you're going to see the difference between you and an actual professional full-time trader. Here we go. Number one, full-time traders are always on their charts. Always. They're always doing analysis. They're always marking up their charts. They're always staring at their trades when they're in a trade, watching it moment by moment, tick by tick on their cell phones. Whether they're at work, supposed to be with family, supposed to be at a movie theater, no matter what they do, They're always on their phone checking the trade when they're in the trade. They're always marking up their charts. They're always looking at videos on YouTube. There's a reason why I don't do many videos. I usually do maybe 2 a week, maybe 3 at the max. Not much. They're always thinking about the charts. They sleep thinking about the charts. They wake up thinking about the charts. They wake up thinking about currency pairs. They wake up thinking about making money. They're always indulged in the charts. They're addicted to the charts. They don't know how to stop trading when the market opens. If it wasn't for the market closing on the weekends, the full-time traders will be taking trades every day of their life. And if they lose and blow their account, guess what they're going to do? Refill their accounts and get back at it again. They're always involved with the charts. And yet they're aspiring, listen to what I say, they're aspiring to become, quote unquote, full what? Time traders. Not professional traders, a full-time trader. The problem is that you don't know you already are. You're a trading addict. You're always on them charts. Whether if the charts are open, if you're not on the charts, you're on the charts in your mind. You don't know how to separate the two. You don't know how to quit. Are you here? Stay to the end. I ain't done stepping on your toes. You got another foot. I'm gonna step on that one too. And meanwhile, life is passing you by and you have not even made one withdrawal. And maybe I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to your cousin. I'm talking to your friend who trades. So let's not make it personal, because if I say it's you, and you know it's you, but if I say it's you, you're going to take it personal, you're going to get offended and tune me out before I can get finished with what I'm saying. So let's just talk about your cousin. It's your cousin. You tell everybody about trading. You're thinking about trading. You eat and sleep trade. Come on now. Type in number 10 in the box. If not you, your cousin. Your cousin does that a lot, okay? Or one of your fellow trading partners. They don't know how to stop. Type in number 10 if you know people like that. Come on. We tell the truth up in here. Come on, there we go. Bring them 10s. Bring them. Bring them, bring them, bring them, bring them, bring them. How do I know? Because I was that person. I know it. I've been through it. And meanwhile, life is passing you by. Meanwhile, you've been sucked into a world that should have only deserved a temporary amount of your time. Because while you're aspiring to be a full-time trader, others are aspiring to be a professional trader. And you want to write this down. There is a big difference between the two. Big difference. And you say, well, what is the difference between a professional trader and a full-time trader? Most people who are losing in the markets are already a full-time trader because you're always in the markets. You're always thinking about the markets. Even on the weekend, you'd spend hours. The market is closed. Go do something else. No, you marking up charts. You surfing the internet, trying to find what new indicator you can buy or quote unquote steal. Very few people are willing to pay for indicators. They're trying to see where they can, well, I can see what it costs here, but let me see if somebody then hacked it and I can get it for free. And then you then downloaded the virus on your computer. Now you want to cry, what's wrong with my computer? You shouldn't have went on them sites trying to get them free indicators. Because now they just hacked and got access to your computer because you wanted something stolen. And now you got your information stolen, but you don't know that. You just know there's something wrong with your computer. And that wouldn't have happened if you would have just sat your butt down and took a break. Professional traders, write this down. I've been saying it all along, and very few people actually listen to me. Professional traders are professional waitors. Write this down. Don't say that you didn't get this heard. Don't say nobody told you. The difference between an amateur and a professional is patience. A professional trader is a professional waiter. They are willing to wait for what they're looking for. You swing it every. Let me give it to you like this. Watch this. If you ever go to watch a baseball game, you'll notice that in professional baseball, that sometimes the pitch is thrown, but the batter wouldn't even swing his bat. Is it just me, or have you noticed that? There are times where there is a pitch thrown, maybe even two of them, and the batter won't even swing his bat. He just sits there like a statue. And meanwhile, if you go to a playground and you look at kids playing baseball, they swing at every pitch that's thrown. Type of number 200 if you agree. I'm showing y'all the difference between a professional trader and a full-time trader. Okay, I'm giving it in a way you guys can clearly comprehend. A professional baseball player stands at the plate and they will stand there and let the ball go right by him without even swinging the bat. Because what they're looking for is this particular pitch that's going to be right in their range. And when they swing at it, it has a much higher chance of becoming a good one. But if you go to the playground, or even before COVID, some companies will have, these little events, to help break up the ice and, little company break picnics, and they would have the little baseball game, and you would see people at the stand, at the pitching, whatever they call it. I'm not a baseball fan, but you get the point. At the pitching thing, and every pitch that's thrown. Yeah, team building. Thank you, OEM. Thank you. Yeah, OEM, thank you. Yeah, team building experience. And so these amateurs will stand there, and every pitch that is thrown at them, they're swinging at it. And you wonder why the pro baseball player is getting paid so much money, even though, watch this. Oh God, you better hear me good. You better hear me good. The pro baseball player gets paid millions of dollars, but they take far less swings than a person at a picnic. And you say, so how are they making more money than me, but they're doing less than me? Loved one. You getting it. It's the same in Forex. A professional trader would take far less trades than the quote unquote full-time trader, who's swinging at every little thing. Oh, there we go. I got a signal. Oh, there we go. Oh, there, and there you go. And you just after it. And meanwhile, the pro trader will sit back and say, "Nah, I don't like that one." What do you don't like about it? I just don't like it. I don't know. I don't like it. I'll wait. What are you waiting for? For something that feels right. I'm willing to wait. Sunday goes by, no trades. Monday goes by, no trades. Meanwhile, the amateur trader, if you're tuned in now, I guarantee this, and you're an amateur, you're already a full-time trader. Here's how you know. You already can't wait for the market to open in a few hours. Tell the truth, come on. You can't wait. You already done refilled your account with your broker? Are you waiting for it to hit in your account? You probably contacted them. Look, I done already transferred my Bitcoin. I done already transferred when you gonna post it in my account? Because the market finna open in a little bit. That's you. Amateur. And meanwhile, people like me, I ain't thinking about Sunday. I don't care. It's sunny out here. As soon as I'm done with this video, me and my wife, we heading into downtown LA and go have another good time. I'm enjoying down here in LA. I like Beverly Hills. Come on now, somebody telling the truth. There you go. I love when people in this group tell the truth. That's one thing I like about when our group here, even on Facebook, YouTube. I love that we tell the truth. It's okay to admit when this is you. And how do I know this stuff so well? Because it was me. See, it's nothing to hide. It's no shame. It's just recognizing. We don't have to pretend in here. If you keep pretending, you're faking yourself out. Nobody else. You can say whatever you want on the internet. But the truth is the truth. When all cameras are off and you're done trying to pretend in front of other people, trying to post stuff like you really this and that, when it's all said and done, the truth is just there. And you can't contest it because you know the truth. In this group, even in YouTube, we tell the truth when we're having these discussions. When I'm lecturing, we tell the truth. Because you'll never be free if you don't acknowledge the truth for what it is. And how do I know this stuff so deeply? Because it was me. I was also trapped. There's a reason why I don't trade on Sundays. I don't give a flying fart what's going on Sunday. I hardly ever take a trade on Sunday. That's my date day. Why do you think I posted a picture of me and my wife? Well, this is us. We still out here. And as soon as I'm done helping y'all, I'm going right back on the date with my wife. She upstairs getting dressed, waiting on me. I just love y'all enough to be consistent to help some of y'all out. Because a professional trader knows we can wait. It's no rush. The market will be there, but your money may not be. Let me help y'all with something. A professional trader knows what's truly important. I want you guys to write this down. Write this down. Write this down. Because some of you guys, you're messing up your own life and you don't even know it. And by the time you actually figure out trading and how simple it is, and that you go eventually come back and say, you know what, that dude, Uncle P, was so telling the truth. Oh my God, he was telling the truth. By the time it actually clicks to you and you get undone from the disaster life that you're creating for yourself, trying to be this quote unquote full-time trader, and you finally find the freedom that you really wanted, you're going to find out that I was telling the truth the whole time. You don't need to trade every day. Somebody just mentioned about Jenny and our scalping group making thousands of pips in a week. But how many times do they trade? Twice. Twice. You don't need a lot. You don't have to trade every day. It's one of the most easiest, nonchalant jobs you can have. But because you're not disciplined, you're a full-time trader already. You're spending too much time on the charts. Let me get into this. And I'm going to put this up here. And hopefully this will hold. All right, let me see if that holds. Hopefully that's it too. Let me go through some notes for you guys, and then I gotta go because I'm finna go enjoy my day. All right. Number one, while you're trying to spend all this time on Forex, here's what's passing you by. Note what I'm telling you. You can take my advice or you can keep doing you. See, that's the whole point. I care, but I don't have to care. Because I care enough to tell you, but I don't have to care enough to sit there and argue with you about it. You either take my advice or you don't. No, somebody's asking about Miss Jenny's signals. No, they're all in the same group. We're a team. So Miss Jenny's scalping, she specifically teaches scalping classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So that's all part of it. It's all one thing, okay? But let's stay focused. I'm not here to talk about the scalping thing. You can sign up for it and the information's there, but let's stay focused because I'm trying to help you guys. I really am. I'm more concerned about the damage you're doing to yourself in the process of trying to become a quote unquote, let your goal be professional trader, not full-time. That's the first thing. Correct it. Don't be a full-time trader. Be a professional trader, because then you'll see you're going to have far less attention to the Forex market and a lot more profit by doing less work. So let's go. Here's what's passing you by while you're attempting to be this quote-unquote full-time trader, which you already are, because you're always on the charts. You're always doing an analysis. You spent your whole weekend, possibly this weekend, marking up charts, checking out indicators. this, that, and the other. Just out, just sleeping and breathing Forex. It has become your God. And you didn't even see it happening. You just became a Forex addict, not a trader. You became a Forex addict, not a professional Forex trader. So while you're aspiring to be this this full-time Forex trader, you don't realize you already are. Because you're thinking about the markets way more than a professional does. Way more. It's already taken up your full time. Even when the market's closed, you're still on them charts thinking about it. On your phone thinking about it. Analysis, this, that, and the other. Come on now. You're already a full-time trader. I'm trying to stop you from being that. Here's what's passing you by. Here's the list. Number one, you're not spending quality time with your family. I will never forget. I will never forget. I was involved in another company, and if I say the name, it's a big company in the world. You will know the company if I said it. Years ago, I was working, and I went to a seminar, and it was these rich guys who were standing on the stage talking. And I got involved with the company. And what happened was that I don't know how it happened. I guess they just saw, hey, this person is aggressive in our team. And so these rich guys, and then when I say rich, I'm talking about these fools they own their own helicopter. You understand what I'm saying? They own their own helicopter to get back and forth. Kobe Bryant rented a helicopter, I believe. They rent through a rental helicopter service, which a lot of NBA players in the LA area do. I get it, to avoid traffic. Ty Lopez did the same thing. When they wanted to travel through LA, they get on a helicopter to bypass the traffic. This fool owned his own helicopter. And then his partner as well. Both of them had mansions. I ended up personally working with these guys. I don't know how it worked out that way, but out of everybody, eventually I personally was on the phone working with these rich people. And I will never forget, we would talk and do introductions at the beginning of each meeting. And what we would do, we would talk about our families. Hey, how's your family doing? Oh, we're doing great. You know how you start off a conversation. But over time, I noticed when we would be on a three-way call, we wouldn't talk about, hey, how's your family doing? They wouldn't say anything about their family. And it started with one person. Then it started with the second one. Here's what I found out. Eventually, both of those rich people were getting a divorce. They lost their family in pursuit of money. I never forgot that. And eventually, I quit that business. Because I had to ask myself, do you want to be rich or do you want to lose your family? Because the way they're running things, you're going to either have one or the other, not both. How would you feel owning a mansion and a helicopter and it's empty? Nobody to share the helicopter with and the empty mansion. Your family left you because you made it all about the money and not about them. You said it was for them, but in the pursuit of it, you put them on the back burner. And some of you guys are doing that in Forex right now. How much quality time are you spending with your family when you balance it out with how much time you're spending on the charts? Would you say that it might be off balance? Type a yes in the box if you think you might be a little off balance there. Type a yes. If you think it might be a little off balance, maybe I am giving way too much time to the Forex market than I am to my family. My son is growing up. I should have been outside throwing a baseball or basketball with him, but I'm on these charts all the time. My wife or girlfriend is begging and arguing with me to spend time with me, but I haven't spent quality time with them, and they're getting irritated with me because I'm always on the charts. And I'm constantly telling them, hey, when I make it, we're going to have XYZ. But by the time you get there, you might not have them. Because you're prioritizing the Forex market over your family. Somebody's asking about a position trade. If I'm actually in some trades now. I actually posted some of them on, look at the video I posted on Friday. The NZD USD, the AUD USD, the Euro USD. I'm in them trades now. But I'm out here in LA having a good time. I check them every once in a while, but I don't need to stare at them. Me staring at them ain't gonna make them move no faster. I have set my stop loss. I have set my take profit. Me staring at them and checking on them, what is that going to do? What is that going to do? See, it doesn't deserve my attention anymore. I gave it the attention it deserved at the moment when I entered the trade. I placed my stop loss, I placed my take profit, and when one of those two get hit, then I will know. Other than that, I need not to take my time away from my family just to keep checking on something that doesn't deserve it. When it's done, it's done. Do you see how professionals think? We've done that job. It deserves no more of my attention. Me staring at it, looking at it all day long, ain't gonna make them charts move no faster than where they're gonna go. Either it's gonna hit my stop loss or it's gonna hit my take profit. Yeah, that's right. Whoever your name is, babysitting my charts. Me babysitting my charts is not gonna make the chart move in my direction. It's not like I can telepathically make this stuff happen. Once I entered it, I did my analysis, I made my choice, and I have to live with the consequences, whether it hit my take profit or my stop loss. And whichever one it is, I just have to wait for another good setup, and there we go, and do it all over again. But for me to sit there checking all weekend long, double checking my charts, redoing the trend lines, doing this and that, Donchian channels, Elliott wave theory, quarter point theory, this, that. And meanwhile, my wife is up there waiting on me. And the market ain't even open. What good is that gonna do? I just took my wife from being my wife to her being my side chick. Because now I've replaced my wife with the Forex charts. The Forex charts have become my wife, and my wife became my concubine. That's the old biblical term. She became my concubine. Now they call them side chicks, but back in the biblical days, they call it a concubine. I turned my wife into a concubine because instead of spending time with her, I'm on them charts because I done made the charts my God. And that's what some of you guys are doing. Come on now, listen to the truth. The truth will set you free. And I'm not doing that no more. I told you guys, I was teaching a class and my wife just so happened to have walked in when I was telling my students about this. And she confirmed that we've been married for just on this past Valentine's Day was 7 years of us being married. And through 4.5 of those years, I was an absentee husband because I was so busy on these charts trying to get it. And that's why don't try to private message me. We have a procedure in place, and I teach my classes, and on these Sunday videos, it's for the public. Other than that, when it's time, hold on one second. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Give me a second. Hold on. It's so hot out here, my phone is saying, hold on, brother, it's hot. Hold on. Let me turn this AC on. I got this, I'm in my sports car, so I was trying to not turn on the engine because this thing pretty loud. I got the engine right there behind me, okay? But anyway, y'all will get it, okay? Here's the point. My wife told everybody, we were very transparent. I was an absentee husband for 4.5 of our 7 years because I was too busy trying to get it. I'm trying to get this money, And that's what some of y'all talking. I'm trying to get this money. No, you're going to get the money eventually, but in the end, you're going to lose everything. And then you're going to find out that it wasn't even worth it. Loved one, I hope to God you hear what I'm saying. Here's the next one. Some of you guys, instead of dating your significant other, you're up here arguing with them. Not because they actually did something wrong, but truth is you're irritated on the inside. So this Forex God that you have created in your life is devastating you. But instead of you telling the truth, you're out there taking out your anger on everybody else and anybody who's around you. So the very person who you should be enjoying your company with, because of your addiction to the market and your failures and not taking responsibility investing into getting trained, tutelage, too much time on the markets, overcomplicating things, coming up with a new strategy every week. You are so confused until now you're angry. And now you're arguing with the very ones you should be having a great relationship with. And you keep trying to find fault with them. And the truth is, it ain't them, it's you. So a great relationship is becoming a destructive point. Here's another one. Some of you guys, you're very neglectful of your kids because of Forex. See, this is stuff, nobody want to talk about this. Everybody want to flash cards. I don't have a problem with that. That's fine. Show off what you got. If you earned it, do your thing. But at the same time, show off how you spend the time with the loved ones. Why you think sometimes I post pictures of me and my wife together? Because I'm trying to promote holistically what Forex can really do for the family, not just for your pride. If you ever look at successful people, you don't have to take my word for it. Look at a lot of successful people, especially in Forex. How many of them actually promote a significant other? Have you thought about that? You trying to be like them, you trying to have what they have. How many of them actually have a person who they've been with long term that they can promote? And saying, hey, I went through the Forex journey and I still have my significant other. I went through the Forex journey and I still have my significant loved one, my children. How many? You always looking at their videos. You want to quote unquote follow them. How many? How many? And you want them to mentor you. But ain't none of them telling you this. And you wonder why I'm being different. Why I post sometimes pictures of me and my wife together. Because I'm posting that the sacrifice of her that she made of dealing with an absentee husband who made Forex his God for 4.5 years trying to learn it and get it. Now I'm rewarding her for her sacrifice. If she want to go somewhere, we're going. If she want to buy something, we buying it. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? Type in number 50 in the box if you understand what I'm saying. This is learning to be a professional trader. Why? Because when you become a professional trader, you're spending most of your time absolutely just waiting for a good setup. So in the meantime, that means you can go do something else with somebody else. Spend time with your kids. Get off them freaking charts. They ain't supporting me. I wouldn't support you either. You just put me on the back burner and you saying you're doing it for me. You're not doing it for me. You're doing this for your damn self. Lord forgive me, but that's the truth. I didn't ask you for all this extra. I wanted you, and you're no longer here. And even when you are here, you're not really here. Have you ever been with somebody where they're physically there, but mentally they're checked out? They're somewhere else. That's you, Forex trader, Mr. and Mrs. I want to be a full-time trader. You already are, to the destruction of your personal life. And by the time you make all that money, it ain't going to be worth it. You ain't going to have nobody to share with. Everybody to flee from you. They would have been happier with a cup of noodles and top ramen and a bologna sandwich and your attention rather than you have been gone mentally and sometimes physically. You're always on their computer. Sitting on the toilet with the laptop. What is wrong with you? I'll tell you. You're trying to be a full-time trader. You see the difference between a professional trader and a full-time trader? And watch this. When a professional trader loses a trade, which it will happen because of the nature of the business we're in, you're going to lose a trade. But when a professional trader loses, they have confidence that they still have a good strategy in the system. It's just the nature of the beast. And so they take it on the chin and they patiently wait for the next good setup. Meanwhile, the full-time trader is going back to the drawing board. Oh, I need to find a new strategy. You only took 2 trades on this, and how you know you ain't even tested it for real yet? Oh, I need to get a new indicator. I need a new system. Oh, he's a scammer. And there you go. Starting the whole thing all over again. And now you're marking up your charts again. You're looking for new indicators again, and you're backing around. You just like a hamster in the wheel. You're a mouse in the mousetrap, just running around, going nowhere. Meanwhile, the professional trader says, okay, you know what? Hey, you know what? I forgot to check the news. You know what? Just like last week. Last week was choppy as hell. Why? Because of the interest rate news, and then you had Fed Chairman, we call him Uncle Jerome, Jerome Powell. He came out talking several times during the week, testifying before Congress. So everybody wondering what this dude gonna talk about. He didn't testify one day, several days. So the market was choppy. It happens. So some weeks you're just not gonna have a good week. No problem. Okay, you just wait for the next one. Thank you, Falcon. Yeah, thank you. Yes, I'm stepping on toes. See, I love when people tell the truth. I used to think something I needed to start all over, marking up charts, doing it, and I don't know. It was just the market was acting crazy. This week, I don't see too much news events other than NFP on Friday. See how I know things already for the whole week? I already know what to look out for. NFP is on Friday. That's one of the major events, but that's not until Friday. So I ain't tripping. See? Done. Professional. Let me finish up. I gotta go. Some of you guys, so let's go through this list, and I'm gonna go through it quickly. Write this down quickly. And this is recorded so you can play it back. Number one, here's what's truly passing you by, Mr. and Mrs. Full-Time Trader. Your family is passing you by. You're dating instead of arguing with your significant other. You're not spending quality time with your kids. You ain't spending time with your creator who can actually help you. You ain't spending quiet time with yourself, loving on yourself, appreciating yourself. You're always down on yourself. Your self-esteem fell low. All this destructive stuff is happening. No, let's keep going. You ain't spending time developing a dream that can change the world. See, for me, Forex is part of my journey. It's not my whole journey. I used to make it, I want to be a full-time trader. Now that I'm on the other side, my God, what a waste of time. Going back to the other legitimate question the person asked, what if you're in a position trade? Now I realize, you know what? All that's going to happen is either it's going to go to my take profit or it's going to hit my stop loss. Me staring at it all day long is not going to make it do anything different. Come on now, that's the truth. So in the meantime, what else can I do? And here's what I've been doing. I came up with different ideas. That's why I'm down here. I come to new environments so I can get new ideas. And I got 2 fresh ideas already that I'm going to be working on when I get back home. I just need to step away, have fresh time to think, time to pray, time to take a breather from things, time away from the routine. I am a creative being just like a God, but I haven't been creative because if you're indulged in too much stuff, then you chop off your creativity. And I like being creative. And Forex is no longer one of my ultimate goals. It's a part of my journey, but it's not my ultimate goal. I realize God has called me to a greater effort than that. If you ever have been watching my YouTube videos, I've been doing these for a couple of years, you will actually see the migration that happened within me. I was always talking about charts. Now I'm spending more time talking about how to be a professional trader, meaning how to navigate emotionally and spiritually without losing so much on the path to your success. You've seen it. My journey has changed. Why? Because I had to develop and get away from all that stuff. Because I realized I take a couple of trades a week. And a lot of them work out perfectly fine. A couple of them lose. Okay. And then we rinse and repeat the same process every single week. It's the same thing. The market does nothing different, and neither do I need to. So I don't give the market more attention than what it's needed no more. I'm not selling my soul out for this market. Some of you guys, you don't realize that's what you're doing. Here's what I do, and I'm about to do it now, and I'm gonna close this video. You'll spend some time traveling, and you say, well, I can't afford to travel. Guess what? You can go to a park Go to a lake. Sit down, grab a book to read. And don't let it be a book on Forex trading sometimes. Trading in the zone, this and that and that. See, you're still attached. Let it be something else. An adventure book, a romance book, something else. Not a self-development where you're just beating up on yourself more and more and more. Well, I need to develop my mind. You need to relax. You're too intense. That's what Forex has done to you, Forex full-time trader. You don't know how to relax. You're so intense. And it's destroying you. Like it was doing me. I've told my students many times that if it wasn't for my weekly classes, I wouldn't really have any passion for this. So if it wasn't for these Sunday videos and the classes I teach to the students during the week, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have no passion for Forex no more, because it took so much out of me trying to get it. And it devastated me. And now that I understand the Forex market, I'm realizing, you know what? Let me give y'all like this and I'll close it. You remember when you first tried to learn how to ride a bike? They had to put on the training wheels so you wouldn't bust your head. Y'all remember that? They had the training wheels. Why? So you won't fall and bust your head. And then when you thought you got it, the next thing they did was take the training wheels off. But then if you had a good parent, they would kind of walk beside you as you pedaling to make sure you still didn't fall and bust your head, but you didn't have so much security. That's what demo accounts are. They're training wheels on your trading account. That's what demo accounts are. They're training wheels on your trading account. Come on now, there you go. Somebody tell the truth. They say, yeah, I dream about them charts. I told you guys. See, I'm not the only one. That's why I'm warning you guys against this. I'm not making this stuff up. I love you more than you guys think, because a person who truly loves you will tell you the real truth. They won't just try to take your money. They will tell you the truth. Why do you think I called our trading system simplicity? Because I simplified how to look at the charts to the best of my ability. I got something else coming out that's going to complement simplicity. And when you add those two together, you're really going to see like, oh my God, I really don't need to be thinking about this stuff no more. It's coming out in about 2 weeks. And it's a complimentary indicator that you can purchase. And if you have simplicity, and you can use it with other trading systems, of course, but with simplicity, you're just going to really just see, and you're going to spend far less time. That's my goal. Whatever I create needs to be so simple until you don't need to spend a lot of time. So going back to the bike theory, remember you were focused on that bike. Let me go, I'll give you two of them. When you finally learn how to actually ride a bike and you've been doing it for a while, you remember how you was riding up in there and you listen to music and this and that, and you just, hey, you're not even thinking about the bike itself. You enjoying the ride, looking at the people, enjoying the sunset and this and that, and you just having a good time. And then you was riding up and down the street with your homegirls or your homeboys, and y'all chitter-chatting and chatter-chitting. But when you first learned and hopped on that bike, notice you was scared. And when you finally got it, it was nothing. Your mind wasn't even, let me fast forward it to grown people. When you first learned how to drive a car, you remember they told you to have your hands at 10 and 2, and you were paying attention. No radio. No, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I'm concentrating. And you were staring at everything. No music. Phone ring. You ain't answering no phone. You was nervous. And now, ladies, I see some of y'all. Some of y'all behind the wheel, and you got the visor down, doing your lashes in the mirror, steering with your knee, smacking the kids in the back seat. Dudes, man, y'all sitting up there eating on hamburgers, fiddling and wiping your shirt, just not paying attention to nothing. Why? Because driving is nothing to you now. But when you first started it, it had your full attention. But now you're grown up. You got experience underneath your belt. And you realize, man, that wasn't even necessary. All the stuff I was doing back then. That is the way Forex is. And I'm going to leave you guys with this. Some of you guys, the reason why you don't see it, I never forget, I studied the market maker's method for over 3 years. I studied it for over 3 years, and I had 3 years of solid frustration because it seemed like everybody was able to spot the high of the day, the low of the day, the M's and the W's, except for me. And I would go back to the charts crying and mad and angry, and just because I'm not used to failing. I've started so many businesses, and Forex whooped my behind. I never suffered so much failure until I went into the Forex market. And I was so angry. It destroyed me. And now that I don't even care about spotting M's and W's, I see them just like that. I see them with ease. I mean, I can just pop open any chart now, and I can say, oh, there you go. Matter of fact, I just did a bit. By the way, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Last Sunday or last week, I posted a video. Market Maker's Method versus Simplicity. I showed y'all a tons of M's and W's, and I even told y'all, I said, pay attention to Euro JPY. I told y'all, because I said there's an M at the top on the 4-hour charts. I said, keep your eye out on it. For those who took my advice that ding dropped and made some pips, you're welcome. I even told y'all, all you had to do was wait, and then it gave up the pips, just like I told you. I gave y'all a free one last week. See, all you had to do was just wait. You don't have to make Forex your God. I'll leave you guys also one more thing. Somebody said, I'm just waiting to get my first card. Let me tell you what happened to me. When I had lost everything, including confidence in myself, I was a multimillionaire. I said this before, multimillionaire, lost everything. And I will never tell you everything that I lost on YouTube. Never. But I lost way more than what I tell people. And I was in such a dark pit. Went from multimillionaire to almost 1 week away from being homeless. Didn't even have a car. And now, I'm back. Matter of fact, if you look, take a look. See? Uh-oh. Swing the doors up. Swing the doors up. You understand what I'm saying? Lambo door, Lambo. See? Door, let it down and shut it. Now I can buy a fancy car. People stand in my car, want to take pictures of my car, this and that and this. See, it wasn't about the stuff. The stuff will come when you prioritize your life and slow down. Now I can spot it. What I'm sharing with you guys is you're too intense. And because of your intensity, that's probably why you can't see it. And if you just take a break and take a step back, recalibrate your mind, you probably see what was there in front of you the whole time. And that's what I had to do. Even when I'm doing new business ventures and ideas, sometimes I literally have to take a step back and say, you know what, I'm not going to think about it. Let me just take a break. Leave you with a verse. Here's what the scripture says. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in not at the same night. The Bible says joy comes in the morning. And I wonder why it said that. And I started to notice when I'm up all night, thinking, which is what some of y'all doing. You barely sleep. You barely sleep. You are exhausted. But if you just go to sleep, take a break, and just go to just rest. Take a break from the charts. Some of you guys really don't even need to be trading this week. You really honestly just need to take a quick break from everything. Just no trades, no deposits, no nothing. And watch this. If you can't do that, I promise you're already stuck in addiction. You just don't know it. You're a full-time trader. How do you know? Because you can't get away from it. Full-time trader. I want to be no, what you're saying is you're not requesting to be a full-time trader. You're requesting to be a professional, successful trader. Change what you're saying. Words make a difference. You are a full-time trader because you can't sleep, you can't eat, you can't think without them charts. So you're already full-time. That's your mistake. I don't want to be a full-time trader. I want to be a part-time professional trader. Why? Because just like the batter, if I don't swing at everything, all I need to do is hit a couple of good ones to make me some good money. That's why professional baseball players, they swing at pitches far less than the amateur, but they make millions of dollars. They get paid millions of dollars to do less. You'll make more money if you just take a step back. And chances are you're going to see what was there the whole time. But your intensity and you're too You're just too much right now. Take a break. Don't make Forex your God. I love y'all. See y'all next week. And if you're in my group, I'll see you on Tuesday. I'll be back in town at home. I will be back from my travels. I will be back in the office so we can do class. And I'll be talking to you there. If you haven't signed up for our Super Easy Forex, just click on the join button, join in, do the tutorials, and be ready for Tuesday. I will be happy to talk to you like I always do. Okay? Be a professional trader, not a full-time trader.